the rotate tool. You can get to this tool by going up to the drawing workflow, under the home ribbon, under the manipulate group. It's this third tool right here called rotate. Just left click on it. It's going to bring up the dialog box. Here you have a couple different methods. You have active angle, 2 points, and 3 points. We're going to leave it set to active angle for now. Of course, you have your angle you want to rotate it. You have an about element center option, and you have number of copies. For the first example, I'm going to set my angle to maybe 40 degrees. Hit enter. I'm going to leave about element center checked off, and maybe I want to make a copy of this. So I'm going to turn the number of copies on. Maybe I want to make 2 copies of this. So I'm going to hit 2 and hit enter. Now it wants me to identify the element that I want to rotate. I'm going to go out and select this block out here. Now you can see it's trying to rotate it. It wants me to enter a pivot point. So I'm going to snap to the center of this circle. I can snap to that with either my key point snap or my center snap. Just get to the middle of that circle. That's what I want. Just left click to accept it. I'll just right click to reset it. You'll notice it's going to rotate that block around that circle twice at 40 degrees. So that's what the active angle does. I'm going to do an undo. So let's change our method from active angle to 2 point. So it's going to want you to go out and identify that element again. I'm going to identify that block. It wants the pivot point. We'll go back to the center of the circle. You'll notice now when you go out and you try to rotate it, you're just going to rotate it around your pivot point. And it kind of starts when you're rotating it at the 0 degree mark over here, and then you're just kind of dragging it around. So you're just pivoting it about that point. Of course, if that's what you want, left click to drop it off. I still had 2 copies checked on, so it made 2 copies. If that's what you want, you just right click to reset it, and you're finished. I'm going to do another undo. I'm going to change my method from 2 points to 3 points. Just to kind of show you this one, I'm going to go ahead and place a line from the center of this circle up to the end point of this line right here. Right click to reset that. Now I'm going to go back to my rotate tool, identify my element, which I'm going to identify this block. Now it's going to want the pivot point. I'm going to snap to the center of the circle or the end point of the line, doesn't matter. Now you've got this little dashed line out there. So now it wants me to define my start of the rotation. Well, maybe I want this corner of this block up here to line up with this line and go to the end point. So if I snap to that point right there, you can see it starting to rotate about that point. Now then, if I want to snap to the end point of this line up here, it's going to give me that rotation. That's what I want. I can just right click to reset it, and I'm finished.